Good afternoon and good day, everyone. Today we'll be walking you through RevSpring Merchant Services offering, and my name is Marlon Prado, the Payments Product Manager. What happens behind the scenes when a payment transaction is initiated? So if you take a look at the ecosystem, you've got cardholders, merchants, processors, payment networks, and financial institutions. If you take a look at it as an example, is the consumer or the patient making a payment to the merchant. Take a look at CVS Pharmacy. So that payment is accepted from the cardholder and passed on to the processor for that merchant. In this scenario with RevSpring Merchant Services, our processor is WorldPay. So WorldPay platform services to the member banks and to the payment networks. So the payment networks, also known as card brands, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, for all that framework for payments, the regulations, and then passed on to that financial institution, Fifth Third, US Bank. And if you take a look at a simple transaction flow, payment transaction flow for secure payment methods, you would have a point of sale device initiated by the cardholder through a payment portal. So for example, RevSpring payment portal like PersonaPay, customer service representative taking the payment over the phone, or a mobile payment, a cell phone, which passes it on to the payment gateway. It'd be Loyale Payment Gateway, which is part of RevSpring, our payment gateway, passing on to the payment processor, WorldPay, and then on to the card brand networks, MasterCard, Discover, Visa, American Express, and then on to the issuing bank, and then all the way back. Some things to consider when you're shopping for a merchant services program. What does that look like to you? What's most important? Is it a single source provider, which is critical? Understanding what that infrastructure looks like, the knowledge that's in place for that single source to reach out to versus multiple vendor relationship fees associated, one point of contact. Then determining your true savings. RevSpring provides a free rate analysis. Reconciliation process, more of an automated process or manual, multiple vendors where you need to reconcile multiple different portals, Excel spreadsheets, or one central place which is automated. And then the onboarding process, some considerations is such as tokens for the payment plans. What does that overall device strategy look like? And then your current contract considerations. As a single source provider for processing, eliminating multiple processing relationship and fees, that is key to give you some cost savings. Leveraging the buying power with our competitive rates, and then the seamless, fast onboarding and funding from our payment facilitator process, which RevSpring processes through WorldPay. Some of our hardware solutions through our merchant services offering is Ingenico Lane 3600, which is ideal for in-person payments, contactless. We also offer MagTech, Dynaflex 2 PED for in-person payments, and then the ShredKey for the back-end offices for call centers. And we have multiple devices based on your needs. Single source provider, some tips there, right? Make sure the PCI DSS obligation is kept by having sensitive payment card data out of your environment. That's key, which will free up compliance experts for more strategic initiatives on your end. Single source provider and taking that security seriously. Determine your true savings will meet or beat guarantee. Our current clients are saving 5 to 10% on processing fees. And what does that free rate analysis look like? Providing those 3 months of consecutive detailed credit card processing statements to give you a rate analysis and understand what your cost savings could potentially be. We also offer our settlement-based reconciliation tool, which is a portal based on the payments taken by the payment technologies. It could be portal, IVR, payment devices, text to pay, and it's in one central place. It is based on voice of customer, and it is automated for a holistic view of what your settlement transactions look like, also known as SBR. Let's take a quick look at our SBR tool. And this is our demo site. So on the left-hand side, we have reports, and you have a list of standard reports, my reports for any custom reports that you've saved. Creating reports, you can customize them here, or you can also customize them while you're viewing the actual reports. There's a dashboard view, which is a holistic view based on your transactions. So if you just simply run that query, you can download the report into a workbook. All reports can be downloaded in Excel. You'll see here the dashboard provides you a summary by day, summary by card type, summary by batch, and then chargeback and reversals. And go into full screen, exit full screen, and we'll go back to the standard reports. So in the SBR section, there are 4 reports that can help you reconcile in one central place here in SBR. The daily settlement summary, which will give you a holistic view if you've balanced for the day or not. So balanced equals yes, or balanced equals no, will give you and provide you the transactions that have settled with the entirety. If there are outstanding transactions, it would say balanced equals no. You can actually filter on any of the data elements you see here. And change the order. You can pin a column to the left, to the right, and you can also group by settlement date. And you can save that report, share it with your team. The next report is the daily by line item. And this report will give you a view of the guarantor allocated to multiple accounts or encounters, and it will show you the amount, the total transaction that was allocated to each account. And filter here. Or filter here. Your columns, you can select or deselect any of these data elements. So for example, if network is not relevant, you won't see that in your report. Again, you can save that report. You can edit that report. So if you're only interested in processed transactions, you would select processed. Very simple, based on voice of customer. Payment method, if I only want ACH, or if I want both credit card and ACH. And if these timeframes do not meet your needs, you can actually provide the custom timeframe. So you can run that report. And you can download that report. And then you can manipulate the data. The next report that you'll see is the daily by process date, similar to the line item, displaying the transactions that have processed within the RevSpring payment platform. And I would like to note that SBR is exclusively available through our merchant services offering only. The same functionality, download, save, edit, full screen. And then the last report, which is the daily by settlement date. And that'll show all card and ACH transactions that are processing within the RevSpring payment platforms. Transactions are listed by the settled date. You can also filter in on the payment source, where that payment is coming from. As an example, was it actually made from a consumer, from an IVR? And the last 4 digits of your funded account. And that is the SBR section. So let's take a look back here. We'll go back to our presentation. Number 4 is from an onboarding perspective. So take a look at what tokens for current payment plans you are and talk through what those strategies look like. Hardware options. We have a hardware team that will help you decide the best device offering that there is to meet your needs. They are point-to-point encrypted. And contract. What do those current contracts look like? So 3 key points there. In closing, find an easy way to take payments. That single source of contact from a reconciliation perspective, the knowledge, one point of contact versus multiple vendor, multiple fees, taking advantage of our complementary rate analysis, and then reconciling with ease. I thank you for your time today.